Hello everyone, I wanted to go live and talk to you about this week. This week is a crazy week in investing and entrepreneurship always, but investing, this is a crazy week, and I wanted to just work and talk and ask the questions because I know I've been a lot on Clubhouse and YouTube, but I haven't done enough Instagram. But basically what I'm going to talk about this week is it's a huge opportunity to buy cryptocurrency this week. And I wanted to make sure I put out as much content so people know that. The reason why is Coinbase is going to IPO this week. And what that means is Coinbase is the number one, is the number one way to buy cryptocurrency right now in America. And they're about to go on the public stock market. And what's going to happen is all cryptocurrency on Coinbase is probably going to grow. Many people think cryptocurrency is going to grow 10% in the next week because of that minimum. So part of what I wanted to do is just start talking, answering questions, letting people know that, because if you buy anything right now, it could really jump in the next week and beyond. So, I'm just out talking while I work. If there's any questions about cryptocurrency as a whole or Coinbase as a whole or anything, let's talk. Let's make it happen. The first step, I think, is definitely do some research on cryptocurrency. If it's not something you already know about, it is definitely worth your time to understand. I think a lot of businesses will start to convert into crypto businesses. So I think, is it just Bitcoin? No, it's all cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is the number one cryptocurrency. It's like top dog. Then Ethereum is the second. And then there's a bunch more. And I just saw Tesla just made some type of coin. I don't fully know that information, but basically all cryptocurrency now through the Coinbase, anything that's listed on Coinbase, in the next week, once Coinbase IPOs and the public understands what Coinbase is, and they go in, they download the app, and they start buying the coins that are listed, all those coins are supposed to go up in value. So that's why I'm just starting to create content until the IPO, probably a little bit after too, because it's a huge opportunity right now. Like I've been talking about cryptocurrency for a while. I was telling people to buy Bitcoin when it was $11,000, and now it's $60,000. So that means if you would have put any money in, you would have 5 times your money, almost 6 times your money. And this is another time like that. I don't know if it's going to 6 times your money this time, but I do believe it's going to jump. And many people believe it. You can search it on YouTube. The Coinbase IPO is going to grow Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these coins. So I'm telling you now, so you can get in before. Even if you put in $10 and you see it turn into $12, $13, that's good, right? If you put in 20 and it turns into 23, 25, whatever it is. I just think when you put $20 in, $10 in, you'll start trying to understand this world, which is what happened with me. I've been knowing about Bitcoin since it was 30 cents. But I didn't really understand what it was, and I didn't do the homework as much as I needed to. So I don't own as much as I should. But now we're heading to this time where, like, Bitcoin is official. Like, it's here. People believe in it. You're going to see big companies. I just heard Walmart is about to buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. You saw Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. There's reasons for all that. And I can get into them, but if they're doing that, don't you think you should do it too, right? So and I'm making this content mostly just to start your education journey, not only through me. Of course, I'm creating videos everywhere about it. I have a link in bio. Yesterday, I spent 3 hours going back and forth with people who were asking questions about it. So I know if most people don't have 3 hours, but you could jump around that video and learn some stuff. But basically, this week, if you can, before the IPO of Coinbase, put a few bucks into any coin, you will see some type of jump, because the whole stock community is going to start believing in cryptocurrency because of the Coinbase IPO. Because now that you're going to be able to buy Coinbase as a stock, people are going to go into Coinbase and be like, okay, what is this really about? If people didn't believe in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency before that, it's kind of like a check to say this is official, right? And when they go in, what up? Max go to work. What up, Shay? What up, Max? So I'm just telling you guys because a part of it is I know I'm talking to people who hit me up, text me, and I'm like, yo, buy this, buy that. So I'm telling people right now, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy one called Matic if you can. Matic is 30 cents right now. That they believe it could go to $30. I work from home. So basically, those 3 coins, and there's many more, and you could do your own research on them. Those 3 coins should grow. I bought Ethereum when it was $88. Now it's $2,000. I saw Bitcoin when it was 30 cents. I didn't buy it when it was 30 cents. I'm kicking myself every day for that. But I'm telling you about Matic, and Matic is 30 cents right now. You're going to kick yourself one day when you're like, oh, Mike did say that on IG Live. I didn't pay attention to it. And now it's $30, right? So to me, part of what I'm trying to do here is just make sure I'm not a financial advisor though. So if you go and you buy, it's because you did your own research, and I highly suggest you do that. But I go in and I look them up and I think, okay, how possible is this company to go up big time? So the companies I'm telling you, not companies, the coins I'm telling you right now, I've done my research on them and I have money in them. So that's why I'm talking about them. And I believe in them. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, to me are 3 of the top ones I'm looking at right now. And there's a bunch. But again, start your own journey. Go on YouTube. Look up people that are talking about this. Listen to what they're saying. Research the coins they're talking about. Cryptocurrency is going to change the whole world. It's the future. We're not there yet. Most people don't even know what it is. Less than 5% of the whole world owns any cryptocurrency. But when you really look at the technology and you realize cryptocurrency merges money and the internet, and you really start to put that together, you're going to be like, whoa. When everybody realizes this stuff is going to go up in value tremendously. So right now, putting in 50, 100, 20, 200, 1,000 is going to be worth it. Last time I was talking about this was in the summer. It was $11,000. If you would have put $1,000 in, you would have $6,000 right now. So, all right, I downloaded Coinbase a few weeks ago. I was skeptical on which to invest in. All right, so this is how I would start. Look at the top dogs. It's not a risk as much to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Put a couple bucks in each one of those and just start the process of understanding those 2 first. Those are number 1 and number 2 for a reason. And the more you understand those reasons, those differences, the more you'll understand the other coins, right? So for instance, I'm going to tell you why Matic to me is the next one I'm looking at. So Bitcoin is really like gold. So how many people own gold, right? Like, unless you have a chain or something like that, you don't have bars of gold in your house, right? Because it's a pain to have that. Bitcoin is similar to that without the physical. So you can own Bitcoin, you can have it in Coinbase or different places, and it's going to grow in value better than gold will. But you can't really use it. You can't do much with it. It just is there to sit and look pretty and grow in value like regular gold. Ethereum, though, is like money because everybody's seen these NFTs, right? The heat market. Shay, you do music. You have to be up on NFTs. How is everybody buying NFTs right now? With Ethereum. You can't buy NFTs with Bitcoin. So that's it's like going to the store and trying to buy a PlayStation with a bar of gold. That's not how it works. But in cryptocurrency, people buy with Ethereum. And Ethereum is, people are building entire businesses on top of Ethereum versus Bitcoin is just growing in value. So when you look at both those things, I always tell people buy both. If you can, buy both. Then after that, I look at these other coins. They call altcoins. And the reason why I like Matic is because what Matic does is Matic is kind of like this. This is the best way I can explain it. It's like Ethereum is a highway. Bitcoin is a highway. and Matic is a side street, right? And what I mean by that is people are going to move around this new internet of money. So most people are going to take the highway to get where they're trying to go fast, but then some people are going to want to take side streets to get to certain areas. Matic is looking like one of the top coins that are going to build side streets. So if you want to own the highway and the side streets, you want to look at altcoins, but you definitely want to own the highways, right? The Bitcoin and Ethereum, you want to make sure you have that. But you may get bigger wins by owning the side streets, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, ask, because I'm definitely here for the questions. Because what I'm saying here is, by owning the side streets right now, they're just being created. This is where we are. We're in this crazy moment where the side streets are just starting to be created right now. So it's like being in America when we finally took it over, killed all the Indians. And it's like, all right, now we're going to pave the roads. The main roads are Bitcoin and Ethereum. But then when you go into towns, there were dirt roads. But then it was like, all right, I like this town, so we're going to make streets to navigate this town. That's where we are with cryptocurrency. And Matic is one of the ones where I'm like, wow, if that project works, and there's definitely possibility that it doesn't, right? This is business in general. Some ideas work, some ideas don't. But when I look at that idea and I put on my entrepreneurship side of my brain, not just the investment side, I look at it and I'm like, wow, what they're trying to do is very needed, and there's not many people doing it the way they're doing it. So if I'm right about that, that 30 cents could turn into $30. So imagine if you bought $100 worth of Matic right now. I'm going to do the math for you right now. So if you bought $100 divided by 30 cents, well, it's like 35 cents right now. You would get 285 coins of Matic, right? Let's say it goes to even $3. That $3 becomes $850. So that's a big jump. There's not many investments you can do like that. That's why I'm saying, like, you want to look at the highways and you want to look at the side streets. Again, Bitcoin, Ethereum are the highways, the Matics of the world, the Litecoins of the world, the Polkadot. There's a whole bunch of different things. But why I'm saying about Coinbase is, Coinbase, you have a lot of Matic, me too. So why I'm saying Coinbase is really key is because Coinbase is like Robinhood, Cash App, where most people are going to come in and they're going to look at what's available and they're going to buy. And right now, the coins that are available on Coinbase are going to grow. And Matic is one of the very few coins that are on Coinbase. They got there earlier than most, so it's a good thing. So how much would you suggest I invest in my first run? That's really a personal finance question. It depends on what your belief in it is, right? This is like, let's go back 10 years, and I told you Shay, because I grew up with Seamus, he's from my block in the Bronx. Seamus, this Bitcoin thing is gonna be huge. And you're like, all right, I'll put in $100, but you don't really understand what it is. You're just taking my word for it. But let's say you really did the homework and you were like, yo, let me watch some videos on Bitcoin before I buy. I know Mike told me about it, but let me watch on YouTube. And you say, man, I really agree with everything everybody's saying. I'm going to go more in. There's people that went really in. Like, literally, this guy became a billionaire. You know what he did? When he saw Bitcoin, he sold everything he had and he bought Bitcoin. When it was like $10. He said, this is the future. I'm going to put as much money in this as humanly possible. I'm not telling you to do this, but he did it. I didn't do it. I didn't believe in it like that either. I was like, I don't know about this. It feels like I'm throwing my money into the air. I have no idea what this means, but I didn't do the homework. I fucking wish I did. I didn't do the homework. Now I do the homework. So I suggest you to do the homework and then say, how much do I believe in this? Because $100 is cool, but $1,000 It's cooler, right? But of course, not to say everybody has 1,000 to throw in this, but like I said, it really depends. That's why it's called personal finance. Like, you have to really believe in it. Then you have to make your own decision on what you believe is going to happen. So when when I see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I just see what I've seen in the past with the internet, I feel like this is the biggest opportunity in the history of the world. We are literally coming up on a time where I bring it back to even before America was here. And let's say I told you houses are being created right now. And you're like, what are you talking about? Houses are being created. And I'm like, look, most people live in the woods, but certain people are buying houses. And you're like, I don't believe people are going to live in houses one day. I think we're all just going to live in the woods. And I'm like, yeah, but you could buy houses right now. They cost like 1 cent. And you could buy them all over if you want for 1 cent. And some people believed, some people didn't. We are there. Right now, cryptocurrency is like buying a house. I'm going to break down why. And link in my bio if you want to watch it later. I really break it down all the way. The crazy thing about cryptocurrency is it's literally like buying a house. So like if you bought a house today, let's say you bought $500 of cryptocurrency today. There's banks that have no people that will give you a loan on your cryptocurrency. Think about what I just said. You basically could become your own bank by owning cryptocurrency. How is that? I'll give you an example. I did it because I learned this. I just learned this too. All this is brand new. All this is just coming up right now. That's what I'm telling you. It's a crazy, crazy opportunity right now because it's brand new. Somebody told me, why do you just have Bitcoin and Ethereum? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because that was all I did the homework on. I was like, oh, all these other coins, that's fake. They're just trying to steal money from people. This guy was like, let me show you something. Started showing me some videos. I'm like, all right, wow. That coin made 20x in 3 months? How the hell that happened? So I go in, I look. Oh, wait, they were doing something cool. Then he says, all right, look at it like this. If you bought a house and the bank was willing to lend you more money to buy another house, would you do that? And I was like, of course, that's what everybody does, right? That's how you generate wealth. You keep buying off what the bank is willing to lend you, right? So that's how Donald Trump and people like that get filthy rich. They buy one piece of property, then they borrow off that property to buy more property. Then they borrow off that one to buy more property. And then they have 20 properties and they worth $1 billion, right? But it all started from that first one that they could borrow off of and buy more. You can do this with cryptocurrency. And I'm not saying you got to buy $100,000 to do it. I literally did it with one Ethereum. I had bought an Ethereum when it was $88. Now it's $2,000. Less than 2 years. It went from $88 to $2,000. Guess what I was able to do? I was able to borrow $1,000 when Ethereum was I think it was $1,700. The guy showed me that I could borrow off of my Ethereum. So I went, I did it. In minutes, I had the $1,000 loan from my own bank. So then I said, all right, now what do I do with this $1,000? Like, all right, I see I can get this 1,000, but what? It's not like real estate where I could buy another piece of real estate and now it starts paying me. He was like, yes, it is. Then he started showing me these other coins. So he said, put 500 in this coin, put 500 in this coin. Now remember, this $500 that's not even mine. Just like having a real estate property that I wouldn't have if the bank didn't lend me the money, right? It's been 1 month. Those 2 coins are worth $1,300 now. The interest on my loan, which I don't even have a monthly payment for, which is freaking crazy too on top of all this, is $8 right now. I looked today, this morning, I hadn't looked in a while. So in 1 month, I have to pay $8. What I used that money on made $300. So I made $300 off $6 of money that wasn't even mine, that I just was able to borrow off my crypto. This is where I know everything I'm saying may sound confusing, but I'm putting content everywhere. Watch it as much as you can. You know, ask me questions, text me, whatever. I'm telling you, I'm talking to like thousands of people about this. It's such a good opportunity right now. I cannot not let you guys know this shit. It's insane. So I'm gonna recap it one more time. I had one Ethereum. It was $88. The value of that Ethereum went to $1,700 in like a year and a half. Somebody showed me that I could borrow off of that money, off of that Ethereum. One Ethereum, $1,700. I borrowed $1,000 off the 17. Now I owe this $1,000. I bought 2 other coins. Ethereum went up to $2,000. So now my loan percent went down, right? Because if it was $1,000 and now it's $2,000, that's only 50% of my collateral. Ethereum is gonna keep growing, so my loan percent is gonna keep going down, and I could keep buying stuff off money that I didn't even have. All right, you're right about this change of financial power in the world. The news and media won't talk about it, but it's the biggest financial shift. 1,000%. This is why I'm making content. Literally, this has the chance to make us all our own banks, and we could fund our own anythings. And the government has no say in any of it. It's all code, global code. All the government can try to do is say, you can't take that money out in America. Okay, so I'll go take it on another country, like whatever. You know, but at the end of the day, it all starts with something as simple as buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you'll start to go down the path. You can't get to what I'm talking about. It's kind of like anything, right? Like, you're not going to be a pro baseball player without learning how to throw and catch, right? So I'm basically telling you, here's how you throw and catch. Buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's the first throw and catch. Throw and catch. And you're going to start, all right, now I want to go get up and take an at bat. That's when you start borrowing against your cryptocurrency, because when you borrow against your cryptocurrency, you realize this is an asset. It's not money. It's this weird middle of everything. It basically connects money, internet, and assets. It's really crazy. I'll be honest. Like, even me, because I got a bunch of people explaining it even to me. I'm explaining it to you because I'm willing to get on video. Most of these people who do this every day, they don't like doing what I'm doing right now. But I'm like, tell me and I'm going to tell them. But I also want to do it myself so I understand it more. So that's why I did the loan myself. I said, all right, he showed me wallets. They showed me wallets of people that are doing this with $10 million. So you think about it. Oh, you crazy. You're going to put $1,000 into the abyss? You don't even know what's going to happen. There's people doing this with $10 million. So think about what I said. I put in $1,000, bought 2 coins, made $300 off 6. This is $1,000. Imagine off $10 million. Think about how much money is being created on $10 million. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy time. And to not even be in the game is unacceptable. That's why I'm like, look, you can't say you didn't know. You watched 1 second of my content. I told you. What loan company did you use? Sorry, I think I missed that. Compound.finance. Then, here's why I'm saying I'm buying Matic. Check this out. You could do the same thing with Matic. So, imagine this scenario. I got 1 Ethereum. Right now, 1 Ethereum is $2,000. I put it on Compound Finance. Compound Finance gives me interest on the Ethereum on top of that. More interest than you're getting in your bank. Way more. So think about this. You have that same $1,000 in your bank account, you're getting 0.01%, and it stays at $1,000. And every year, because of inflation, you can buy less with that $1,000. Just how it works, right? Put that same 1,000 into Ethereum. Ethereum grows in value. You can borrow against that Ethereum. You get interest on that Ethereum as well. More interest than you're getting in the bank. Then you borrow against that Ethereum, buy more coins. Let's take this scenario all the way out. Right now, you buy $2,000 worth of Ethereum, you put it on compound finance, you borrow $1,000. You put it in Matic, you borrow $500 on Matic. I just turned $2,000 into $3,500 instantly. Not to even mention whatever you use those coins on. So let's say Matic goes up to 60 cents. Now, the loan for the $1,000 you just put is definitely paid off because it doubled, right? So that loan you paid to buy, you took to buy Matic, now is worth $2,000. Then you have borrowed on Matic to buy more coins too. You can even borrow on Matic to buy more Matic. This is where you start to understand the possibilities. And of course, there's ways to lose money too, right? Nothing is 100%, right? You got to do the homework. Buying some today. Look, this is a crazy, crazy time. If you have questions, definitely hit me up. I'm telling you, we're never going to see this again. Literally, less than 5% of the world even understands this exists. Once most of the world understands that you could become your own bank, who's going to say no to that? What happens when everybody realizes that? All the value of all this stuff goes crazy. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, whatever coins, only 5% of the whole world understands this exists. Let's just say it doubles and it goes to 10% of the whole world. That means the entire cryptocurrency market doubles. All of it doubles. So your money doubles. Your loans shrink in half. The loans, the things you bought with those loans double. There's never been something like this ever. And it's happening right now. And if you don't spend the time on it, it's on you. You can't say I didn't tell you. You can't say you didn't know. And I'm putting out a shit ton of content to try to make sure people understand this, because it's so crazy that it's kind of unbelievable. And the more you hear people like me talking about it, and don't just listen to me. Mark Cuban's talking about it. Billionaire. Every billionaire is on YouTube right now talking about this. They're doing it. And you're not. It's crazy to me. That's how I talk to myself. In the beginning when the guy was telling me, yeah, you can make 20x. I'm like, that's bullshit. You lying. In my head, I'm like, whatever. Then the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency is all of this is public information. I can literally show you the wallet where I did this. And you can see the step by step where I put the coin, what the coin is today. Public information. All right, we are right now in the beginning of a financial boom. We are in the beginning. You have to hop in before it's too late. 100%. $2 trillion market cap is going to be so much higher in 1 year. What he means is, right now, the whole cryptocurrency market cap, which means the value of the whole thing, is $2 trillion. In 1 year, this is a big reason why I'm telling you right now, before Coinbase IPOs, to buy cryptocurrency. Most of the biggest financial firms in the world can't invest in asset classes that are under a certain amount of market cap. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not there yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there fast, right? So if you are a fund manager and they tell you you can only invest in asset classes that have market caps of 3 trillion and above, you can't invest in cryptocurrency. But it's going so fast in that direction that as soon as it crosses that line, all of these big guys that have and girls that have all this money to invest are going to throw their money in there too. And then you're going to see huge jumps. So this is, and Coinbase going IPO is one of the first dominoes to make that happen. So this is why I'm telling you, right before Coinbase IPOs, you have a chance. You take it as you see it, but do your homework, right? Look into the coins, look into all this stuff. I don't know what day IPOs. I believe it's this week. I've heard it's this week. I don't know the exact day. I'm not even telling you to buy the IPO. I'm gonna buy probably a few days after it goes IPO, because sometimes it goes down and then comes back up. So I'm going to wait like maybe a few days. But I'm definitely buying that. Yep, it doubled since the start of this year. So look at that. The market cap of cryptocurrency doubled in this year. Just this year. That's how new we are to this whole world. And again, like I said, less than 5% of the world even owns any cryptocurrency. And most of that is not in America. That's mostly in other countries because their currency is way worse than ours. So like South America, for instance, have you heard about like something that happens in South America where all the money kind of goes to nothing instantly overnight? They're heavy in cryptocurrency because it's more stable than their currency. America doesn't have that problem. We got rich people problems. So we're like, whatever, we got the US dollar. But now there's a big thing happening that you see happening. We're printing up a lot of money to give stimulus because we need it. COVID's screwing up a lot of people's lives. That is devaluing the dollar, just like in these other countries. So that's another reason to have your money in something like Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those things are built to grow value, not deflate value. So I know I'm saying a lot of stuff. Any questions, for sure, I'm here to answer questions. And definitely, DM, text, comments, whatever you want. I'm trying to make sure as many people understand this as possible, because I do believe it's going to be the shift we need. Because one of the biggest things I see as a person that's involved in entrepreneurship investment is when people from communities that are poor come up with great ideas, a lot of times it's like, I need investment, I need a loan, but the banks won't give it to you. Now you are your own bank. Today, you can start your own bank. So now, remember when I gave you the example? Ethereum was $88, it went to $2,000. Let's say I bought $888 of Ethereum that day. I didn't, wish I did. That would be worth $20,000 right now, and I could borrow 10 from it. That's $30,000 of value being created from 880 in like a year. This is the type of stuff that's possible right now. And I don't know how much longer. Of course, the further we get into it, the lower the returns are going to be. They're going to be bigger than the stock market for a while, though. I'm not saying don't do stock too. I'm saying there's three main asset classes I view right now that I'm trying to make sure I'm involved in. Real estate. Real estate is the safest, slowest growing, but safest asset. Stock, somewhat safe, a little bit more growth potential. Crypto, volatile, huge growth potential. But it's a merge of the first two. Why is that? Remember what I told you, and I'm not sure, I could be wrong about this on the stock side. Remember what I told you, you buy a house, you could borrow off that house to buy more houses. I don't think you could do that on stock. Maybe you can. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure you can do leverage trading, actually. I'm not sure how it works, though. But cryptocurrency was literally created to be the most perfect asset class ever created. And through code, no one person can change any of this. This is built by the community, managed by the community. That's why it's so powerful. No government can affect it. Nothing can penetrate it yet that we've seen. Of course, that could change. Nothing's forever. But even the dollar and stuff like that, if you look back in history, most currencies don't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. So, but right now we're in the start. So it's again like if I told you, hey, there's this shiny yellow thing. I think it's going to be the money of the future. You could buy it with 1 penny, you'll get 1,000 of them. I don't believe that's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to buy $10 worth. Right? And let's see what happens. So again, I just think, I know I've been here a while. I want to make sure I'm answering anybody's questions, but I think we're sitting in this moment that if you take advantage, you could really do some damage. The Coinbase IPO is gonna be something that is a first domino to make this pop. Cryptocurrency is going to be officially an asset class that's going nowhere. I believe it already is. I believed it last summer. That's why I started talking about it. I didn't talk about this before then because I didn't believe it myself and I didn't do the homework. That's why I didn't believe in it. Because if I would have done the homework before then, I would be filthy rich right now because I would have saw what I see now. But there was some risk because remember, Bitcoin was to $20,000, then it went to $5,000. And that was like getting punched by Mike Tyson in his prime. Everybody was like, okay, it's dead. No, there's no coming back from that. It's dead. And it literally looked dead for a long time. It was dead on the floor. And then it rose like Jesus Christ. It came out, it came up and everybody started paying more attention to it. Like, oh, wait a minute. This is back? And that's what I did too. I was like, all right, wait a minute. You just got your head knocked off and you got back up? Let me pay attention to this. So I started to pay attention. It was 5. It was 8. It was 9. And I was like, hold up. What's going on here? So I started doing the research. Around 9, I started putting $20, $50. I didn't really truly believe yet, but I wasn't doing the homework. $100. It went to 11K. I saw news. I was like, this is gonna pop. I saw Donald Trump was gonna leave office. That was the first time I said, whoa, there could be a huge problem in America, and I'd rather have my money in Bitcoin than a bank. So I started telling people. I remember I was in the Dominican Republic right before Trump was going to switch, and I was with real estate investors. And I was like, look, you all should buy Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now. It was like 11,000. Ah, you crazy. You crazy. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. It's fake money. I was like, look, right now you're spending money on real estate. I'm telling you, put something in Bitcoin. Just anything in Bitcoin. You know what? I missed it already. It's 11,000. It was 11,000 and they felt like they missed it. And I was like, all right. Right now, their money would have 5x'd. Right? So think about it. They're literally buying real estate properties in the Dominican Republic when I'm telling them, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. If they put that same money in Bitcoin, they would have 5x'd their money. And I know it's really about, that's why I say it's personal finance. Like you don't make that decision to go all in without really doing the homework. And I'm not saying like everybody, I'm not even going all the way in. I'm not. But I'm pretty in, right? But at the same time, I told you about this guy who became a billionaire because when he saw Bitcoin, he said, this is the future. He sold everything, his car, his house, everything he could sell to buy more Bitcoin. And then when Bitcoin hit 60K, he became a billionaire. So again, where's your conviction, right? Like, what do you believe is going to happen? That's why it's personal finance. It's up to you to buy Bitcoin and say, all right, I believe in it at $500 worth right now. Cool. That $500 may one day be 1,000, 10,000, who knows? But it's really up to you to start doing that work. So that's why I'm creating this right now. I want to start answering any questions for people that are still on the fence about if this is real or not. This cryptocurrency is real. And the more I deal with it and the more I do it myself, I cannot see how regular money in any country in the world competes with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Literally, there was a $10 million transaction the other day. It cost a person, I think it was a person, it could have been a company, less than $50 to make a $10 million transaction. The other day, I was going to pay a developer in another country, and he was having a problem with his PayPal. And I was like, yo, what if I pay you in Ethereum? So he didn't answer me. It was like overnight because he was in another country. He was like a different time zone. So he didn't answer me. So I started going down the rabbit hole saying, all right, how can I pay this guy? So I searched. All right, if he gives me his wallet address, I just got to send the money. It was going to cost me less by more than half to send him the money through Ethereum. He would have got it instantly than me having to go to the bank physically, set up a wire transfer, wait till the bank sends it, gives me confirmation. I have to sign all this paperwork. He has to sign all this paperwork. I have to pay. He has to pay. Instant. When I did that, I was like, banks can't compete anymore. There's no way. I'm able to make my own loans, make my own bank, send money instantly anywhere for percentage points of what I'm able to do now. And both of us win because I was going to pay the fee. He was not going to pay any fee. He was just going to receive the money and he could do what he wants. He didn't end up doing it because his country has a ban on it. That's one thing that worries people. What if my country bans it? Here's what's happening when countries ban it. It explodes in the country. So China tried to do it. India tried to do it. These are two of the biggest countries in the world, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. So I want more of the dialogue. Anybody, any questions? Because I know I'm saying a lot of shit. I know it's crazy. Sometimes people think I'm crazy because there's all this tech stuff. But I'm telling you, you're going to kick yourself if you don't start educating yourself on these things. Cryptocurrency overall. Decentralized finance. Look up that word on YouTube. Type in decentralized finance. China is trying to make it its only e-currency. And they tried to ban it at first. But what they realize is, if I ban this, I'm putting my entire country at a disadvantage to the rest of the world. They're looking into incorporating stock indexes. This is why I'm saying, like, most of the world doesn't even know this is going on. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is. Oh, yeah, Bitcoin, you know that word. But 99% of the world, even the people that own it, most of them don't understand what it is. But we have YouTube now. It's not the same as before where it was like, you got to just know the right person. Literally, there's hundreds of videos going up every day about this. The top people in the world, the billionaires, are talking about it. All you gotta do is go on YouTube. Thank you for watching me. I'm the first person to tell you, but I'm just trying to send you down the path. I'm like, look, that's the door. Go over there. Walk in there, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see what you want to see. Again, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep answering questions, and it's part of a larger picture. This is just the start of where I'm kind of trying to start it for many reasons. The main reason is the whole bank thing, becoming your own bank. That has never been possible in the history of the world. Like, to become a bank, maybe it was possible way, way back, but it was not easy, right? You had to get permission from the church, the kings, whatever. Now you don't need permission from nobody. You're not even asking permission for anything. You're doing this with your own collateral through code. How does it work? All right, so there may be, like, some people think, oh, yeah, but how does this work? Let's say we start a loan today. I buy $2,000 worth of Ethereum. Let's just make the math easier. You know what? I don't want to lie to you and say you could do it for little, because right now the gas fee of Ethereum is a little high. So it's going to cost you some money to make these transfers, to make your own bank. And those fees could be anywhere from $300 to $500 right now because of Ethereum. That's all going to change too very soon. So if you put in $500, you're going to pay $500 in fees. It doesn't make sense. So you want to have a little bit more than that. You know, when I first started doing it, the gas fee was like $50. So it made more sense. All right. So I think there was a rental building that they started accepting crypto rental payments. Okay, so that's a big thing too. You're seeing all these companies saying, I'm going to start accepting Bitcoin. Why do you think that is? They rather have Bitcoin than cash. And if you're willing to give them Bitcoin, they're doing backflips. They'd rather have Bitcoin than cash because nobody wants cash. If there's a big thing that I'm seeing is the more investors I deal with, they take their money out of cash as fast as humanly possible. How do they do that? They put it in other asset classes. Real estate is one of the biggest ones. If you got $100,000 in a bank, you'd rather put a down payment on a property than have that $100,000 in the bank. Why? That property is going to gain in value, and you probably get some income from it. Some people buy watches. Again, that's kind of like the gold thing. A watch retains its value. It doesn't lose value. Dollars in a bank lose value, right? Stocks, real estate. So insurance, yeah, you can do a bunch of things, right? Crypto incorporates all of that. It's whenever you see an innovation, whenever I talk about an innovation, it's because It literally incorporates everything before it. I'll start with you. When I first came out of college and I saw the internet, I was like, wait a minute, this combines newspapers, TV, communication. It's kind of like it combines everything. I'm going to get into that. Then I saw mobile. Mobile was the next layer where it was like, wait a minute, you could take the internet anywhere with you. And it's kind of like you have an AI with you at all times. That's the future. Then I saw augmented and virtual reality. And I was like, wait a minute, so you're going to be able to overlay the internet as you walk around the world visually? That's the future. I was a little off on the timeline of that one. I was about like 20 years too early on that. But still, I believe that's the future. I definitely do. And you're seeing it more and more every day. You see these filters, AR, everywhere. Now, what I'm telling you with cryptocurrency merges all of that. The internet, communication, money, mobility. Remember I told you I could pay somebody across the world instantly. You could do that in different ways. You could pay PayPal, sure. You could pay PayPal, and PayPal, you're going to have problems. PayPal stole me thousands of dollars because it kept my money. And I paid somebody and they didn't get it. I didn't get my money back. There's all kind of problems with that. Crypto solves that. As long as you send the money to the wallet and the wallet is the right address, that money's going to get that wallet. And that money's going to get in that wallet in a certain amount of time. Bitcoin is going to take longer than Ethereum, but both of them are going to get there way faster than you go into any bank, filling out paperwork, showing your ID. I don't care how much money you got. They're going to make you go through that process. And it's going to take you longer than sending any money in cryptocurrency anywhere in the world, right? The new payment gateway. Yup. The second thing, I don't care how much money you have. Try to take your money out the bank today. I went in. When I started to really look at this, I was like, all right, I'm going to start taking money out of my 401k. Because I had money in my 401k for years. And in this year, I did way better managing myself with cryptocurrency and stocks. So I was like, all right, I'm taking my money out of there and I'm going to start doing it myself. It's been a month. I still don't have my money. And it's not like I got millions of dollars in there. I could imagine when you have a big amount of money, how long they take to give you your money. Cryptocurrency, you have your money at all times. You can use it whenever you want, however you want. Instant. I told you about the loan. Go try to get a loan. I don't care how much money you got to. You could be a millionaire. Go into your bank. Say, I want to take out a loan today. See how fast that takes you. It's not like you're going to walk out that same day with the money. Cryptocurrency, within minutes, without talking to a human at all, you have a loan on your money in minutes. You can't compete with that. As a bank, it's innovation. When you see innovation, you can't compete with it. You can only try to slow it down. And that's what's happening right now. The government is trying to slow it down. Society in general, they're putting out information to scare people away from it. Oh, but doesn't it hurt the environment? Oh, but what happens if this? What happens if that? That's called fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's called FUD. It's a term that people use and is popular. Look it around. To stop people from understanding cryptocurrency. Because what's happening right now while you are all scared, Elon Musk and his boys are buying billions of dollars of it. What do you think that is? You think they wouldn't be up on, is this the future or not? You gotta, and if you still are, to start doing your homework. And to me, it's the homework of all asset classes, though. It's not just crypto. Because I know it feels like I'm going a little heavy on crypto. And I'm doing real estate. I'm doing a real estate fund. I'm in all these assets. But right this second, like right now, right before Coinbase hits IPO, oh my God. It's such a good opportunity to get in this if you haven't already. And if you have, you're just steps ahead of everybody else. Like with me, I'm steps ahead. I'm 5 steps ahead because I've been doing the work for years at this point, right? So, again, I'm here for your questions. Text me, DM me. Let's have conversations. I got people who are becoming their own banks right now, and they're like, whoa, this is crazy. I'm one of them. I literally, I did this like a month ago. That was the first time I did it for myself. And I knew about it. And I didn't do it. Because I just didn't think it was worth doing. Once I did it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So this is not just a coin that grows in value. This is an asset like a building that I can leverage to make more wealth. That click was like what I really needed. But it took a while. I needed to do my own research, my own time. So you all need that. Each one of you needs to do the same thing. Don't just take my word. Don't just take Mark Cuban's word. Don't take Mr. Wonderful's word. Watch what they say. Do your YouTube deep dive, your Instagram deep dive, whatever. And then start saying, all right, what do I need to really look at this objectively and think about it? Do that homework. And then I'll tell you, if you want to do the loan thing, I'll tell you how to do it. It's free. I mean, it's not free because you have to pay Ethereum gas fees. But it's definitely cheaper than a bank. Again, I'll give you, for the people who haven't heard me, I literally took out $1,000 loan. I think that the fees to take it out were about, back then the gas fee was lower though. I believe it was like $150 to take out the loan. But they were giving me interest on the Ethereum. I used the 500. I bought DAI, which is DAI. There's a reason even for that. I won't go too deep into it here. I bought the 2 coins. Those 2 coins went up $300. And sometimes I look and the coins are up $500. But they're volatile, right? They're early coins. So my thinking is, in 8 months, those coins could 10x. Imagine if that happens. Imagine I turned $500 into $5,000 off money that was not even mine. I don't lose my Ethereum because I still got it there. So when you said, Eric, they're accepting it for payment in a building, or even Elon Musk. Elon Musk said, I'll accept Bitcoin for a Tesla. I wouldn't buy a Tesla with my Bitcoin. I will borrow against my Bitcoin and buy Tesla though, right? Because just think about this. That's like buying a house, then wanting to buy another house to make more money, but selling the first house to buy the second house. Nobody does that. You borrow off the first house to buy the second house, right? So you got to think about the same way. You got to think about crypto the same way. What is the main thing you want to keep? Right now with me, I'm trying to keep Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm borrowing off that to try to make more money with these bigger possible jumps. Now I could be wrong, right? And one of these coins could go to zero. Let's say that happens. Let's say one out of the 2 coins go to zero. Now I gotta pay this loan back. But what if Ethereum goes up? And it will go up. There's like almost no way possible Ethereum doesn't go up. Let's do the math. I borrowed it at 1,700. That was what Ethereum was worth. They gave me 1,000. Now Ethereum's worth 2,000. So now I'm half my collateral, my loan. Those 2 coins, let's say one goes down $500. Now I got to pay back 1,000 plus my interest, but I don't have that 500 to pay back anymore. I could just put in $500 for my cash. It's my own bank. Why wouldn't I not keep filling my own bank? And let's say eventually that coin comes back and now it goes to my 500 again. I cash it out. That's the thing about investment. It's almost impossible. Warren Buffett actually says this. The longer you hold an investment, the more likely it is to make you money. Right? Like, unless a company completely goes out of business. When you look even at Bitcoin, I know people that had Bitcoin when it was like $1. When it got to 5,000, they sold it, partied it up. Now it's at 60,000. They're kicking themselves, right? Like, but they caught it right before it went to 20 and back to 5. So they felt good, like, oh, I got out. Perfect timing. But did they? They would have held it longer. It would have kept going up, right? So that's the same process. That's why you got to think about the investment long term and say, do I believe in what this is set out to do? I believe what Bitcoin is set out to do is going to work. I believe what Ethereum is set out to do is going to work. I believe what a lot of these other coins are doing is going to work. I don't know which coin is going to win the war, because that's another thing I've seen from being involved in tech early. You're going to see a lot of companies, but not every company is Amazon, right? Way back in the day, there were a bunch of Amazons. There's no more Amazon like Amazon, right? But not to say those companies didn't even make money. Those companies could have made you money too. Not like Amazon, not like Apple, not like, you know what I mean? So we're in this moment where you could invest in the next Apple for penny per share or per coin. But again, you gotta be doing the research. You gotta be in it to win it. You gotta be understanding. You gotta be able to buy the coin, because these coins, they're not on Coinbase. You gotta literally walk into the matrix and buy these coins. But again, you can't get there without first dealing with Coinbase. It's the pitch and catch, right? Like if you're gonna play baseball, you want to be a pro, you start out with the fundamentals. Basketball, you start out with the fundamentals. The fundamental is own some of the currencies, start doing the homework. Then take the next step. I'm not telling you just start right now and then just fucking start a bank today. That would be hard, because there's a lot of learning that you need to get to. I was lucky enough to have people around me that were doing it and were willing to explain it to me. That's why I'm doing this content. I want to make sure. Binance, the problem with Binance, Najee, I don't know how to say your name, is you can't get it in New York. You can't get it in New Jersey. And I'm in New Jersey, and most people, I'm in New York, and I go back and forth from New York and New Jersey. Most of the people I know can't get Binance. So that's why right now, I'm more do Uniswap, Ethereum, Matic now. I buy understanding. Najee, all right, cool. All right, so basically, any questions or anything that I'm saying here, because I know I'm talking a lot of shit and I'm not sure if people fully understand what I'm talking about, because everybody's on their different part of their journey of understanding this stuff, right? Like at the end of the day, I watch videos every day about this. Isn't it like one of the craziest times of history to me? And I'm not gonna miss the opportunity, right? So Joella, you got a question, don't you? Come on, give your question. So I think my biggest advice is, before Coinbase IPOs, put a couple dollars in Coinbase. Put a couple dollars into some coin. Do your own research. Look at all the coins. Look at Bitcoin. I know it's a lot, but I'll tell you the ones that I personally did and do. Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'll tell you Matic. I even was lucky. I bought XRP a long time ago, and that shit is exploding right now. I don't even know if you can buy XRP actually. And why it's bad for crypto, but you can get a VPN to do it. The problem is the know your customer. So what know your customer, Najee, is, know your customer is, they want to see your ID to make sure they know who you are. So if I put my ID and they see I'm not in the VPN place, I tried it on Binance. They made me put my ID, and then it was over, party over. So I don't know. Like, of course I want to be on Binance. I got friends on Binance actually, and I do transactions through them. I pay them. I'm like, look, I want to buy this coin. I'm going to send you the money, buy it, and then send it to me back. That's how I do it. See, you have an out-of-state ID. I don't. You can get KuCoin. You can use KuCoin without know your customer. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to look at KuCoin. So everybody has a good tip right there. Go look at KuCoin. Know your customer means they're not going to check your ID. Exodus, you can change your IP and purchase some coins that are not on the Coinbase. But do they know your customer? Do they check your ID on Exodus? I never even heard of Exodus actually. So another big thing that is interesting about crypto in general is there's platforms like, oh yeah, so Exodus, they don't check your ID either. That's good. All right, that's good. KuCoin is the move, great exchange, and a lot of gems. All right, so there you go. You see everybody learning. We all learn. I'm learning with you. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. They don't check your ID like Binance. Okay. Oh. This is what I was going to say. There's an app called, there's a website called Nexo.io, I think it's called. Hold on. Nexo.io. Right? What that one does is if you don't want to play the crazy game I'm talking about with the borrowing and all that, worst case, what you can do is you can put your Bitcoin and Ethereum on Nexo, and they'll give you, I think, 8% interest. So think about that. Coinbase, they're not giving you interest on your crypto. You could put it in Nexo, and I know people doing this too. Actually, multiple people. They put it in here. They don't want to do the gambling thing with a certain amount of their money. They're like, look, I just want to keep my gold as gold. I don't want to think about it. I just want it to grow in value as much as possible. And I'll play around with other money. On Nexo, they're getting 8% interest, I think it is. I'm checking right now. I can't actually check because I need to do something on the phone to get in here. But I think, because I got authenticated. So that's another thing. You got to really protect your crypto passwords and your phone, because if you lose your phone and your stuff is all open, people could literally just send money to themselves and you're screwed. Vet, all right, so that's VeChain, I think, XRP, ADA. All right, so I don't have VeChain. I have XRP, I have ADA, I have DOT. I don't have OMI. Exchange coins like KCS, KRO, I don't have any of those. Pancake Swap, I don't have any of those. Get them before Coinbase IPO. See, so Najee is in it. He's done the homework. BAT, I got some BAT. Also, you could borrow off BAT. You could put BAT in compound finance. So there's certain coins that you can put on compound finance. I'll tell you the ones. Why that's important. Because if you buy those coins because you believe in those projects, you don't lose the coins. You could borrow against them. Is again the house thing. You have houses there. So let's say you buy a house, a Bitcoin house, an Ethereum house, a BAT house, a compound finance coin house. Then you could borrow off all those houses and buy more houses. This is how rich people have always got rich throughout history. And now we're able to do it with very, very little bit of money. But I don't think it's going to be forever. I don't think the jumps are going to be as high forever. But that's just like anything else, right? The people who did this with real estate early on are the people running the world. They're the ones that have the most money. So right now we're in this time where if you take this world and just start understanding it, you can easily turn 15 cents into $1,000. Like, easier than most other things, really. So it's like turns a dollar into 15 cents. Opposite. So compound finance. Let me show you compound finance. Well, I'll show you. No, I'm not streaming my screen, but I'll tell you right now the coins that compound finance will do. So the Ethereum, they do Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, they don't do regular Bitcoin. So here's another big thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pretty useless. You can't really do much with it. So you have to wrap Bitcoin to use it in everything else. So when you're on Coinbase, actually, there's a good tip. Don't buy Bitcoin. Buy wrap Bitcoin. WBTC. Why is that? Because to borrow against it, you need wrapped Bitcoin. And if you want to do anything anywhere, you need wrapped Bitcoin. You can't do anything with Bitcoin. It's like trying to go to a store, walk into Burger King and try to buy a hamburger with a bar of gold. Don't work that way. You need a card or cash, right? So wrapped Bitcoin is kind of like that in that world. So they got wrapped Bitcoin, USDC. Forgot to talk about this. USDC is Coinbase's dollar. What do I mean by that? They call it a stable coin. So stable coins are matched to the dollar. So if you buy $1,000 of USDC, that will always be $1,000. So it matched to the dollar. The reason to do that, from what I've done, is I kind of make an anchor in my loan through using USDC. What I mean by that is Bitcoin and Ethereum can be volatile, right? They can drop 10, 20% in a few days. But USDC will always be $1. So what I try to do is I try to have in my loans some USDC to stabilize some of that volatility. And also, on compound finance, they give you the highest interest on USDC. Right now I'm looking, they're giving me 10% interest on my USDC. Remember what we said? If you got your USD sitting in a bank, they're giving you probably 0.01%. Here, they give you 10%. Think about that. And then you can borrow against it. This is crazy stuff, man. So I'm getting phone calls. I got clients hitting me up. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for anybody who watched. Hit me up, DM me, text me. Keep watching. Anybody with questions, hit me up. Put it in the comments, because some people in my comments will answer you, because I know a lot of people are into it now. They're really understanding it. They'll answer you in the comments. And I hope you guys are taking advantage of this. I hope you guys I'm going to take a screenshot of what you said, Najee. I'm going to try to get some of them coins myself. And thank you for everybody who came through. Keep asking questions. Keep rocking. Buy some crypto before Coinbase IPOs. Thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your day.